everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Teo, and today I'm going to show you some of my finished knitted projects and also what I'm working on. Previously I filmed a sewing video, so it was the first time that I think I've shared what I've been sewing with you all. But if you're interested to watch that one, I will link it down below. That would have come out last week, I think. I've sewn the factory dress in 2 different fabrics and also some face masks. So if you're interested, I will link it down below and up here on the screen. You can go ahead and watch that. But in this video, I want to share with you a few finished knitted projects, and they're all my designs. I had to re-knit my Vitrali shawl. There was a few problems with the pattern. That's why it was not active for a little bit on Ravelry, but now it's all fixed, so it's all good. So I have here my Vitrali. I do apologize for the noises. The gardeners are around today, so they might come around and I'll have to stop filming for a bit until they go, but anyway, that's just so you know. So this is my second Vitrali. It's a semicircle shawl that features like sun rays and a slip stitch section which mimics the stained glass window. The inspiration for this shawl was La Sagrada Familia Church in Barcelona. I don't know why, I just thought of that church when I got the yarn, when I dyed the yarn, because actually the original pattern was knitted in my hand-dyed yarn, yellow with some different brown and purple shades for the stained glass windows. But this is what it looks like. It starts here with a little cast on of 6 stitches, and then obviously you do the increases as you go through. You have the race coming down as a slip stitch, and then it's mostly garter, and then obviously you go into the slip stitch and it has a picot edge. This one is also my dyed yarn. I've dyed this yarn with avocado, and the second one I've only knitted it in one color. So in the original pattern, I will pop a picture here so you can see what I'm talking about. It has yellow as a base, and then slowly you introduce the new color that is the main color of the slip stitch sections. But this was I just had to go in my stash and see what I had, and I used my sock yarn dyed with avocado. I've got a few more in my Etsy shop, a few more skeins in my Etsy shop. As you can see, it's quite long, and it's a very hot day today, and putting this on my shoulders doesn't make me feel hot. So I don't know if it's the superwash yarn or just the lightness of the shawl, but that tells you that it's a nice shawl for all seasons. So for a breezy summer, you could easily wrap yourself in this. Also for a cold winter, you could wear it like this. Make it all nice and tight, and you'll be able to see the sun here, and then a little bit of the slip stitch, and then you can wrap it like that. So yeah, nice, very comfortable to wear. It doesn't itch my skin at all. So I was really happy with it. It knitted quite fast, obviously because I didn't change any colors, so I didn't have to worry about that. I just knitted one skein and then attached a new skein and finished it. It's kind of like a dusky pink. I really like the way this yarn turned out when I dyed it. Can't remember when I dyed it, but anyway, yeah, that is one finished project. As you can see, it's quite big. This is folded in half. And I also have a video on how to do the picot bind off. If you're interested, I will link it up here. Then the other pattern that I finished was this Raglan sweater, And I showed you this yarn in a previous video. Is my Kool-Aid dyed yarn, speckled Kool-Aid dyed yarn. And also the beginning of the sweater, I showed it to you a few weeks ago in a video. But it's finished. I'm really happy with it. The yarn is so soft. It's 100% superwash merino. It came in a knit crate as a white base, and then I used orange and cherry, I think, Kool-Aid to make the specs. It's a short sleeve. It can easily be modified as a long sleeve, slightly cropped. Obviously you can play with the length of the sweater. You can make it longer if you want it longer, but it's really nice casual sweater. It has German show rows at the neck to make the back a bit higher than the front, 2x2 rib, and then these beautiful eyelets raglan going down to the underarm. So this pattern I'm writing at the moment. If you would like to test knit it, then send me an email. You find my email down below, or on Instagram. You can message me on Instagram if you're interested in test knitting this raglan sweater. I think it comes in sizes extra small to 2 extra large. I know my first 2 sweater patterns, they were just limited in sizing, but I've been trying so hard to introduce more sizes to my patterns. So yeah, this one goes to a larger size. I think this one is a medium. It has quite a bit of positive ease. Very fast knitting. Maybe because I knitted it cropped, but yeah. It doesn't have a name yet, does it? Oh, I think it does have a name. I won't tell you the name yet, but it has to do with the film I was watching. That's funny, isn't it? So yeah, that is my raglan sweater that I'm working on the pattern now. So if you're interested, then let me know if you want to knit it as a test. And I've also finished my Flories tee. This one is currently being tested. So this is the second one I knitted, is a Yolk Sweater, again with German show rows at the top, and then you get increases, and I like the way that the increases look. They're quite decorative. It features a cap sleeves. This one is still damp. I just washed it this morning to block it because I finished it yesterday. So it has capped sleeves, which means once you bind off for the sleeves, you don't have to pick stitches up again. So this is like 2 ends weave-in project. The end here at the top and the end here at the bottom. And if you use non-superwash wool, you can spit splice your 2 balls of yarn together, and then you don't have an extra end to weave in. So as you can see, the sleeves, they have this little fold here, which you can do with, after you finish knitting it, you do it with your tapestry needle to fold it together. And I found this a lot easier than to put in the pattern the decreases to create this, and this looks even nicer. I did think maybe a button here would look cute. So I don't know, it's up to you. But this is what it looks on the back. And this is what it looks on the front. I made this one slightly shorter than the pink one. I've done a pink sparkly one. I will see if I can post some pictures here of it. I made it slightly shorter. So what I've done in the pattern, obviously you've got the instructions row by row with the increases, and then you bind off for the sleeves, and then you start knitting the body. So you could choose to knit the body as long as you want. Here you have about 10 centimeters. You can knit it shorter if you want, but what I recommend doing is try it on when you've done a little bit of the body and see if it hits underneath your bosoms. Maybe this is too much information, but anyway. So I think that once you hit this area where your bra stops, then you can start doing the lace. And you have the options to knit the lace once or twice or 3 times. Here I've done it 2.5, I think. And then obviously you have the second chart. So this, you have the first chart for this section, and then the second chart for the end, which gives you this little scalloped edging. I think it's really nice. The yarn is Knit Crate yarn, Knitology, I think. Very, very soft. Is merino wool. It's quite fuzzy, so it kind of gives you a little bit of the mohair effect, but it's not mohair, so you just have one strand of Knitology yarn, and I think it looks lovely. And I really, really like this lace. It kind of reminds me of like little petals. That's why I called it the florist tee. So let me just put this here. So it still needs to dry and block. So I need to take you back and pin those edges so they can stay scalloped. Yeah, those are 3 of my finished projects, and I've also finished 2 hats. Now, I finished this hat a long time ago, but I forgot to put it in the in my previous video. This one is Katie's Cap, I think it's called. It's from Shetland Wool Week website. It's a free pattern, and it's knitted in Jamieson & Smith. And I've knitted this one. I think I've showed you I've showed you this hat as a work in progress, but I didn't show it to you finished, and I love this. Look at that. Isn't that just art? It's just gorgeous. The pattern is just amazing. The only thing I found with it, that it came a bit big, so it came more like, it's more like a beret than a hat. I mean, I still love it. I've knitted this for a friend, but that's a different story. So if you would like to knit it more like a smaller version, then you don't do the increases after the ribbon. That way it will take you into more like a normal hat. This is more like a balloon hat. Oh, there goes my hair. So as you can see, this is more like a balloon hat. So I've knitted a second one with slightly different color combinations, which is this one. This is my hat. So it's not as balloony as this. As you can see, I've done the same ribbon, but then I didn't increase for the crown, and it's more like a hat, and it's so nice, and I love the way it blocked, and I love the color combination. I've done more green in this one because I love green, and this is what the star looks like at the top. It's just gorgeous. It's just amazing, isn't it? Here are the two of them. They kind of look alike, don't they? Because I think I chose pretty much the same colors for the top of the hat. I just changed the colors for the crown of the hat. So yeah, these are my 2 Fair Isle hats. I'm really excited to knit some more. I'm happy with the color combinations. And this corrugated ribbing is just, wow. I love making it so much. I'm regretting not using corrugated ribbing for my project that I'm just about to show you, but I don't feel like ripping it out, and I really, really hope it's gonna block out. So I've told you about the Yale cardigan, how much I love it and how much I want to knit it, but I can't bring myself together to pay over £100 for the yarn, even though it's not that expensive yarn. It's Jamieson & Smith yarn, but it uses a lot because I wanted to make a longer version of it than just like a cropped one. So what I decided to do is use my leftover from my hats. So from the yarn I purchased for this hat pattern, I had enough to knit 2 hats and plenty to add to my Yale cardigan. And I'll show you. I decided to go in my stash and see what wool I've got and what I can combine together to make the cardigan. And I have here just the beginning of it. on my chargu needles. Now this is the problem I have, and I've seen other people have the same problem. This ribbing, I've done it in one size smaller than the body, and it still curls up like this. So I'm really hoping once I block it that it will lay flat. But when I knit it, it annoys me so much. When I knit it, it just goes like this. Oh, it's just so annoying. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But anyway, what I can do is just keep on knitting. And as you can see, I'm using Mondim yarn. I have this one in like a variegated. Let me just get my bag with all the different yarns. So for the little part of seed stitch, I use this one. I have one skein of this, which I'm gonna use a lot throughout this section here. And then for the main body, I'm going to use this Mondim yarn and the neutral Mondim yarn. So it's going to be more like a Christmassy color yellow cardigan. But I decided to just go ahead and knit it with what I've got. And I've got a little bit of green here that is from my C180. So I'm going to use that in the color work as well. And these are some other colors that I have from Jamieson and Smith. So I'm gonna, maybe not the gray, because I don't think the gray goes with it. But these two, I'm using these two. And I've got a little bit of this one from my Vara tea. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Is just combine all the different non-superwash wools that I've got to create the yellow cardigan in my own colorways. So I just hope that they're gonna all work out. I am a bit nervous about this green not being the best for the combinations, because this is more like a piney green and these are more like an olivey green. But I mean, you know, that's what I have to work with. So I'm just going to go and work with it and see how it turns out. But I'm happy I started it, because I've had it on my list for so long and I have, this is funny, I have an account with Jamieson and Smith. I've built an account. I've built a wish list of all the different yarns that I want to combine to make the yellow cardigan, and I even named it the yellow cardigan wish list. And I keep going on it, and I'm like, calculate 90 some pounds. No, I can't order the yarn. Then again I go, oh, maybe I should order it in two different orders. And then I'm like, what's the point in doing that? Because then you're gonna pay delivery twice. So yeah, I just went in my Mondim stash, and it's mostly Mondim yarn for my yellow cardigan. But yeah, I'm happy with it so far. So yeah, those are the knitting projects that I've been working on, and also the ones that I finished. Again, if you would like to test knit the Florist tee or the Raglan tee, which doesn't have an official name yet, then send me an email and we'll talk, and I'll send you some more pictures, and then I can send you the pattern to knit it. What else can I say? I think that is all. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also click that little bell that notifies you every time I upload a video. I try as much as I can to upload twice a week, but sometimes it doesn't happen because I'm busy with work. So yeah, family priorities and all that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.